woman I respect is my mother because she is someone who is there to care for me in the world and who brings me through the tough times. Even though I might think it seems strict, it's really not.
Some advice I would give to the younger generation of women is to respect yourself and don't be in a lot of drama because you gotta keep to yourself and make yourself look respectable.
A woman that inspires me is my sister because she showed me how to be a woman and how to push through hard times.
A woman I respect is my mother because she perseveres through a lot, and the choices that she makes really inspires me to be like her one day.
The woman that inspires me is my mother because she taught me a lot through life, and I wouldn't be the man today without her.
Alright, some advice that I would give my younger self is to be true to yourself because in the long run you end up hurting yourself trying to change for others and trying to, put your feelings down instead of being yourself. So that's what I'm telling you.
Advice I would give to the younger generation is to always take time to yourself to get to know yourself before you try to be like anyone else. I think it's really important to know yourself to grow as a person in your future.
Advice I would give to the younger generation would probably be that you shouldn't try to grow up as the other bigger girls because, we're still kids. You don't have toys. Don't be embarrassed to play with your toys. Just be your little kid self.
Quality a woman leader would have is humility and the ability to understand people better than a man would.
The advice that I would give to younger generation of women is to work hard and to not give yourself or let yourself have excuses, but to work hard and to surround yourself with people that make you better.
The woman I respect is my wife, and I really respect her specifically more recently because she just gave birth to our first son, and watching that process was really cool. That wasn't the only reason I respect her, but it was one of the more recent ones where I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Thinking about the way that she can bring life into the world and I can't. It's cool.
She gotta be loyalty. No, she gotta have loyalty. She gotta be brave, a good listener, and independent at times. Not afraid of anything, to be honest.
I would tell them to be positive. I would also tell them to really care about self, because if you don't respect yourself, no one else is going to respect you. Always trust your instinct, trust your own wisdom. If you don't do that, you'll never get anywhere. Respect your body. Don't let anybody take advantage of yourself, because you got to trust you.
A woman that inspires me is my aunt, because she is one of the most strongest women I know in my whole life. She taught me and she shaped me for the person I am today. She helped me through the tough times I went through, and she's always been there. She's my gal.
My mother inspires me, and she is the bravest woman that I know, because she is going through stage 4 melanoma and handling it like a champ, and she has put her faith in God, and that inspires me to also have a stronger faith and to just let God handle those things that we cannot handle.
Treated differently by my older brother than him, because he doesn't do anything around the house, and I'm stuck there because I'm the oldest daughter, doing everything and then just getting catcalled.
My mom, because she was in an abusive relationship and she went through it all and almost got killed just to save us.
I guess the biggest thing is just a feeling of inadequacy, because you look around and like most of the people you see doing what you want to do is a man. And it kind of leaves you feeling a little bit inadequate. It's like, can I really do that to the same level? And actually like ascend beyond that, actually. So that's my biggest thing personally.
My younger self, I would say to not let your anxiety affect the things you want to do in life.
So personally, I went through a lot of hardships, especially growing up in a generation of where boys, and it's really popular to have to look a certain type of way, having to fit into those standards that women get put in. It's hard, and especially seeing when other girls are what you're expected to look like. It's just it's difficult.
I would give to my younger self is to never let nobody try to put you down, and always, like, even if you don't got friends, go by yourself. Cause yourself, you know yourself better than anybody else. So you go by yourself.
A woman I respect is my mother. I respect her because, you know, like in times of struggle, even though like I was in her and she could have really like got rid of me, she didn't, and she saw it through, and she took care of me and made me the person I am today.
To be yourself and be kind.
As a woman, I face challenges in my day-to-day life. As being a woman in STEM, I do robotics. So STEM is a very male-dominated field, and women don't typically get a lot of respect from the men in that field. Men think that girls don't know what they're doing because they're girls, and they like to take charge of things because they think the women don't know what we're doing. Just even like on the robotics team, I don't know if we should put that in, but there's people who doubt my abilities as a woman and what my knowledge is as a woman in STEM because of me being a woman. They just think that I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't know what to do. They think that I need to rely on them, and they think that I need to listen to them, but in reality, I know more than they do.
The only only sister that cares about me more is my older sister, Dara Michelle Hernandez. She always stands by me every time I'm get bored. I ask her, "Hey Dara, can we go to the park?" She always allowed me to go to a park with her with her nephews. She recently got divorced and won her kids back in court. I want to keep her happy. I always hang out with her to keep her happy. And she always does things for me too. She always take me to get some food, hang out, go to the park, hang out with the kids.
A woman that inspires me is my mom, because my mom has been a single lady for a couple years now, and she's been through hell and back. Like, she does everything and anything for us. Like, no matter the situation, like if I do something bad, she's always by my side. Like, she's been through so much, but she still puts us as her first priority, and I respect her. Like, she's everything to me.
I feel like respect and just how people treat women in general. I feel like when sometimes women try to express themselves, society tries to suppress them or really not allow them to really branch out.
A woman that inspires me is my mom. Just like multiple people, my grandmother. My mom is like, she tells us like what we need to know in the future. She gives us advice. She makes sure to be okay and safe. My grandmother is very kind. She can be a bit overbearing at times, but that's a grandmother. She's just lovely.
A woman that inspires me is my grandma, because she's not only is she older and has more wisdom, but she knows like what it's like to like practically raise a family by like yourself. And I think that desires a lot of respect, because I know that I could never do that. And like even just like having children, it's a lot of responsibility. And any grandma or like mom, I think they deserve a level of respect. And I ultimately love her, and she's almost like my mother too. So yeah, I just really respect her, and I love everything she does.
I would definitely tell them that no matter what others tell them as they're getting older, that they're not different from other people, and that they should always stay strong with what they do and keep to their goals, no matter what people say. If they can't do something that they really want to do, then ignore them, because they can do what they want to do. And they shouldn't listen to anyone who tells them in their work later in life. They shouldn't listen to anyone who tells them in other careers. They shouldn't let them look down on them, and they shouldn't let people see them as an object, because they are humans too, and they are people too, and they are equal to everyone else.
One woman I respect, who is recording the video, is Nylea. She's really chill, really cool, social person, gets her work done.
I would say that my mother, she was such a hard worker. She went to law school with 3 children and managed to get a law degree and work with 3 little ones and take care of a house. And now that I'm a mom, I realize how hard that really is. And I totally respect all of her hard work.
It's my mom, but my mom has since passed away. And I just appreciate everything that she did for us, especially 5 boys growing up, and just being an influence in our lives. But I respect my wife. And the reason I do that is because she models what it's like to actually be a leader. And she also is a leader in her position at work. But she's a person who knows how to listen, a person who knows how to convey how she feels in a non-combative way. And I also think that she is a leader because people respect her. But I also want you to know that really to be a leader, there's really no difference in being a male and a female. That a leader is someone who has qualities, who can lead people.
So one of the most all-time impressive ladies I ever met is my wife, because she's not only the mother of my 5 children, but she also has a career in nursing and also works as a sales consultant for nursing equipment. And she's just able to do all kind of things like no other. I mean, if you think of the expectations, and not necessarily just expectations, but just back to what I think about when I think about my wife. She's a mother, she's a grandmother, most important, Joss, but then she also is a professional and the leader of our family. Just a lot to take on every single day. And I'm so proud to be married to my wife, Mary Beth, because of the woman she is.
I think I would tell myself as a younger person that I can still do all of the things. I could be a mom, I can stay at home with my kids, but I could also still follow the things that I wanted to, like finish college and start a career. I wouldn't have waited until I was 40 to go back to college. I would have started those things in my younger years, because I think that to be a strong woman, you can do more than one thing.
I think a woman leader needs to be confident in her decisions and know that she is making good choices.
To be unapologetically you, and to be your fierce self, and don't take no as an answer.
So a woman that inspires me is Mrs. Brock. She is a phenomenal person. She is not afraid to say what's on her mind. She advocates for the people that she cares about as much as she needs to. She's kind, she's compassionate, and she works harder than probably anyone that I've ever met. Even when she's completely buried in what she has to do, she takes the time to check on her coworkers, on her students, and she's never too busy to have you come into her office and talk or call her outside of the workday. I really hope as I continue in this profession, I can grow into the type of educator that she is. I always want to be known for the way I make people feel, and I can say she makes people feel really good after they talk to her. I really value her and the time that I've gotten to work with her. And I hope that she always knows how important she is and how amazing she is, and that the world is better for her being in it.